All right, it's time to break for some lunch here. Starting to feel like things are a little more under control. The rear end, the drive shaft gears are aligned now. That's kind of tentatively hung there. The motor is back in and hung on its mounts. We've still got, we've got a lot of work to come around and do, but some of the big pieces are behind us now. So a lot of this is stuff that's already been broken out, been gone through once, and it's not challenging to put back together. After lunch, going to come back out, paint the exhaust, probably keep putting this rear end back together, get the battery wired back in, redo everything that I took off, trying to figure out this back end, so get the brakes put back in, get the tires back on, and keep marching forward while we wait for those valves. And we can start doing some things, put some gear oil in, stuff like that. But for now, it's time for a snack. They're just sitting out there soaking up the sun. Whoa! I almost just completely went down. See if I can manage to make it out to the shed and not slip where I slipped on the way into lunch. Yeah, there we go. Alright, leftover Chinese food. It sits so heavy. Now I have a lunch coma feeling, and having sat down, all my muscles are cramping. Oh, it's all the bending over. Alright, we got a little bit more to push through on this today, and then we can park it for a bit. So let's see if we can get this back end back together, maybe do a little electrical, and then we'll wait for valves and a few other things. And maybe I'll get this exhaust painted today. That's a good place to start. Alright, that should do alright. You remember all the patchwork we did through here earlier in the series? Seems like it has sealed up nice and clean. That'll look nice. And that's just a high temp stove paint. I'll actually go grab the can so you can see a shot of what that is here. Rust-Oleum, high heat, 2000 Fahrenheit. Gas and oil resistance. That's it right there. So I'm not going to put on the battery box that slips in around here. Let me go get it and look at it. Alright, I don't typically put these battery box retainers on. I usually use some zip ties. This one's cracked. It was held on with a roofing nail here, as opposed to probably an M6 type screw. Just pinch in there and there. I can't even tell if there's still threads to hold this. You know what, I'm gonna take the right look at it. Maybe instead of a bunch of zip ties, maybe we do. You know, it'll hold a battery. See if we've got the right size bolt instead of putting in a roofing screw. Well, the only way it's going to work is if I put a nut on the back, because the threads are all goobered out, and that's what we're going to do. Save some zip ties for later on. One more step towards completion. This is a heat shield for the exhaust. I'm going to brush this and just hit it with some high temp paint as well while I'm here. Clean it up. You see all the carbon buildup on it. That's from the holes in the exhaust. That's not paint, that's PB Blaster. All right. Ouch. Oh, that'll leave a mark. Oof. This is pain. All right, I gotta show you what's going on here. So all this work has been to get the suspension at the right height, to get this pin through. It's not round on the sides. These sides are carved off this pin, which you can see now. And the reason they're carved off is that is how tight the clearance is against here. Real tight. So this is just monkey business to get it in. Real pain in the tuchus. With that, the rear end is suspended again. Let's put our rear tires back on. Make sure we have our valve stem facing out. You're just in time.
For what?
Just got solved what I was working on for 30 minutes.
Perfect.
Yep, manufacturers take note. I think it was a poor design.
Said the guy that has an ATV strung up on the back of his...
Oh, you missed it. I just had the axle strung up as well. Made good progress today.
Good.
I mean, really though, it actually doesn't necessarily look like it, but we're on the tail end.
No pun intended.
NASCAR.
With a little Ryobi battery powered.
Yeah, NASCAR. Except that this, oh good. I was like, this NASCAR guy is missing a bolt. Yeah, I mean the top end valve job should take me an hour, hour and a half. Put that on, another hour, so there's 2.5 hours there. Bolt the carb on. Bolt the exhaust on. I think the last big thing in front of us is getting that head cleaned up and put back together. So underneath here, there's a skid plate that goes back on and a tow hitch.
Yeah. Which doesn't seem like much.
But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint this before it goes back on.
Yeah, but maybe take the ball joint off, because you don't want that to get painted.
Nah.
Huh? Yeah, take that off. That shouldn't get painted.
Did you hear something fall?
Yeah.
Yep, it was a bolt.
I'll find it. Hey, I'll find it.
There it is.
Yeah, you found it.
The question's going to be, can I get it off?
Sure you can. I can see
You know
that that nut... Just take that nut off and then take it out. And there's a lot of drama.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it. And what, look, boom, did it.
Shush.
Yeah, that would have looked not good if you painted that.
Josh, you're welcome. Anne-Marie saved you from having the ball hitch get painted.
I mean, unless you're gonna paint it a good color. Like pink.
We could
purple.
paint the Pulp pitch. We could paint it blue.
Or blue.